This Photoshop tutorial is going to show you how to age an image in Photoshop, which can be a pretty fun effect to add to a photo. Before we begin, for this tutorial you're going to require a cracked white paint image. This is something that can easily be found online, and you can see we have one here. You should go for something similar to this. Now, the photo we're going to be aging is a picture of two men sitting on the beach, and you can see this one here. Now, everything we're going to be working on is going to be done in layers so that we don't actually damage our original image. Therefore, having some familiarity with the layers system is going to be very beneficial on this tutorial, but it's not essential. I'm going to run you through everything. Click Layer, then New, and then click Layer. Click OK in the dialog box that appears. Now press Ctrl and A on the keyboard to select the entire image, and then click Edit and click Stroke. Enter a width, and the size of this will depend on the resolution of your image. Here we have it set at 120 pixels, and this does work well. After a moment of processing, the computer will place that onto the image, and it looks like a frame. But this isn't what we want. We are going to use this to create that kind of dark effect that you get around older images. To get this faded edges effect, you're going to need to click Filter, go to Blur, and then click Gaussian Blur. There is a box at the bottom, and you're going to need to set that to the same size as the border we just created. So in this example, we're going to enter 120 and click OK. Now that we have our border set up, we are going to need to adjust the color of that image to give it that faded look that old images have. Again, we're going to do this in a new layer. Click Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and then click Hue/Saturation and click OK. On the right, you will see the Adjustments window. First off, you want to check the Colorized box. This will bring everything into the same color, and then you want to drag the Hue slider to the right until you get that kind of sepia look. This looks good at around 41 on this image, and then you can adjust the saturation to a level you want. Here, a setting of 32 looks good, and you can also adjust the lightness, and we'll just adjust it to be a touch lighter here and set it at +2. For our next adjustment, we are going to adjust the levels. Click Layer again, go to New Adjustment Layer and click Levels, then click OK. A photograph will always fade over time, so this is what we're going to be looking at simulating here. Here we are going to take the grey slider in the middle and just move it a touch to the left so that the photo begins to look a bit washed out. You'll see when it looks about right in your photograph. Here it's just a very small amount to the left. You might also want to take the white slider and move it just a touch to the left. You can already see that it's beginning to look rather good. Next, you'll want to go to the image of your cracked paint, and you're going to need to whiten it up quite a bit to make that off-white picture we see here very white indeed. So click Image, go to Adjustments, and then click Levels, and drag the white pivot so that only the cracks are remaining and it's no longer really off-white. Now you need to click Image, Adjustments, and Invert. Press Ctrl A on the keyboard, then press Ctrl C to copy the image. Now go back to our original image which we're aging and press Ctrl V. On the left, click the Move tool and drag it to the top left corner of the image, and then use the adjustment points to drag the pasted layer to cover the whole image. Then, in the Layers panel, click the drop-down menu that currently reads Normal and click Soft Light. Once you have set it to soft light, go to the opacity setting for this level and just drop it a little so that the cracks don't look too prominent here. In this example, a setting of around 65 or 70 works well, but this will largely depend on your image. And that's it really. Now you know how to apply a very cool aged effect to an image.